Okay, here we go again, guys. I want to talk about why you need different kinds of bikes. You know, you think you can get like a dual sport or an adventure bike and it's going to do it all, but it's, you know, not the case, even though those kinds of bikes are probably the most fun. The dual sports and adventure bikes, big bikes, those are probably going to take you down the most dirt roads and probably discover the most cool stuff. Like, you can drive down the highway, jump right off the street. It's nice. Yeah, so if you're not into trailering your bike anywhere, the WR250R is an awesome machine as a dual sport or as an adventure bike. And you know, you get onto a full motocross bike on these trails and it's going to behave better than this bike. It's just going to have a little bit better traction, a little bit of lighter weight, and it's just I'm more confidence inspiring, I guess, being on a dedicated off-road bike when you're doing off-roading. But you know, when you're doing adventure bike, adventuring, you know, that's the whole awesome part about it. Here we go, let's get on it. The WR250R. Whew. It's been a while, baby. It's been a little while. I think I'll just go up this logging road. You know, it's quiet the way that they have the emissions and everything controlled on this bike. It is quiet, but don't let that fool you. It has just as much jam as the dedicated off-road bikes, and it's, you know, I'm just working with like an 80-20 or a 50-50 tire, so you're not going to pick up the same kind of traction on the dirt that you would with a dedicated off-road bike. But you can get used to throwing any kind of bike around if you spend enough time with it. And this bike is definitely one to help you push your potential, what your capabilities are, and you know, get better at riding. It's not an aggressively you know, rip your arms off when you hit the gas kind of bike. It's not one of those. It's just one of the it's a friendly machine, but it does have all that kick and speed. Like, honestly, I got a KTM 250 SX 2-stroke motocross bike, and it'll rip your arms off in just about every gear. It'll catwalk on you and throw you off. But when it comes down to actual top speed, there's not a lot of it. Just doesn't give you the same auditory feedback that some bikes do. You know, when you're ripping it on an open header exhaust system, it's just screaming in first gear when you're doing 20 kilometers an hour. You can really crank this bike out. You really do get a chance to work with the higher horsepower. I don't know, what do you call it? The power band really kicks in at the higher RPMs, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But you know, don't gotta give it much gas. It's nice, the engine braking on this bike. Not overwhelming, but definitely lets you know you're in the right gear. And these off-road tires on the road here, definitely gonna have to put those to the test, just see how far into these corners I can lay this bike over without losing traction, you know. And I'm still testing that in the mud, the loose mud, things like that. And it's always nice, the 6-speed transmission on this thing, you got an extra gear so you're not always riding at the high RPMs when you do get on the highway or a good stretch. You might want to, you know, check that trail out on the way back maybe. And that's the beauty of riding this bike instead of cruiser or sport bike, or, you know, even the motocross bike. You're like, I'm not going to be driving it up the roads like this. We'll have no tires left in a week. Man, I hate getting stuck behind drivers like that. Man, oh man. Just curious about where this goes. Never been down this trail yet. Pretty good condition. So yeah, you can get used to doing some serious off-roading with this bike. It's actually quite comfortable and capable. Whoa, as I nearly wipe out. But I don't know what happened there. Those roots are pretty dicey. You hit a slopey set of roots. And I'm not that familiar with some of these trails. But that's the beauty in these bikes is, you know, I got a street legal bike here. And on my way home from getting bread and milk, I'm just gonna go check out some cool little paths that I drive by a lot. And rarely get a chance to check out, you know. I would take a cruiser up here, but you don't want to do that. It's just not as fun. So yeah, this bike is as close to a do-it-all machine as you're gonna get. You know, at the same time, it's not as inspiring as a dedicated dirt or off-road machine, but it's more than capable. It's capable than, oh, get around that shit, get soaked. Eek. It's more capable than you think, or than most riders would like to believe that they are as riders. This bike does push my potential for what I'm capable of. A little loose here. A little loose. Jumping over the trail, going back and forth. Stay out of that ride in the middle. Fun. Too much fun. Okay, let's get back, make sure everything's doing all right. And there you have it. That's the beauty. So, guaranteed dual sport bikes, adventure bikes are the most fun. You're gonna get the best experiences. You're gonna discover some new places because you just do it impulsively as you see it. You don't gotta go and get your dirt machine and haul it to the roadside over there and then unload it. You know. You just drive there. So, you know, but I'll stick to the point here. It's not gonna, you know, it's a great street bike, but it's no sport bike. And it's an awesome dirt bike, but it's no competition motocross bike, you know? So, here we go. Anybody coming? Hope not. I mean, you can fly down these little logging roads, man. And the more I do it, the more confidence I have with it. At what point, you know, it's a good idea actually tooling around, locking up the back brake, and just finding out where does that tire break loose. Gives me a little bit more confidence. It's a big difference when it's dry and when it's wet, like it is up here. Just a little bit more careful in the wet. Expect to slide. You gotta love it, baby. You gotta love it. Twisting that throttle. Holy moly. Woo! Fast bike, you know, I'm not even near the top end of that thing. That's a heck of a lot of fun. Let's take the scenic route home. This works for me. What's over here? Is this the way home? Whoa! Whoa! Big potholes! Big potholes! What's over here? And remember, guys, I just had this bike on the street. I took it to the groceries to get some bread and milk. I think I was smart enough not to put eggs in my backpack. Whee! Woohoo! This is the way. This is the way. Whoa! The way home. A little bit of a spin out there. Spinning out a little bit. Well, take the wide track. WR250R, just hauling ass through the woods, tight trails, not groomed. Oh man, these trails are gnarly. A little bit gnarly. A little bit gnarly. Oh, you hit those roots, man. You want to hit them straight on. A little bit of a lip here on this thing. Hi Sasha, I'm home.